right off the bat and then continue to play aggressive to the ball, then we may see him have a chance here. But Leaves have just looked so dominant.
After a 7-0 game 1 and then a 6-1 game 3 the other direction, did you ever think we'd see a game 7?
Taking a shot! Oh, it goes in! Hello and welcome to Beckwith Park, home of Overthrow. Tonight they're going to be taking on Oops, fighting it out in this fourth match for each team this season. Southend, why don't you give us the lineups that are being played tonight for these teams? Static, hello?
Oh, I was waiting for Southend.
Did I say Southend? I did say Southend.
Krisaka, Mr. XD, or probably more accurately Chris, aka Mr. XD, is going to be playing with Liquid Sight and Reg tonight. That leaves Spark Nova on the bench. And they will be facing across the field. The visitors from Oops will be Southend XGF, Crazy Vulpix. Where is Southend? That's where he is.
He's right there. I was looking at his name when I said that.
It's going to leave Brava Gunner on the bench. Although he's been making these excellent videos we have. So that must be what he's been up to, I suppose.
Yeah, something like that. I can't get Southend just off my mind. Just think about him all the time. But we have... Go ahead.
Oh, let's say it looks like Southend taking that kickoff. Southend wins the kickoff. Now Southend... I'm sorry, never mind. I've got the names wrong. Crazy Vulpix. Oh! Lays it down. Liquid Sight with the corner.
Going Hope's taking a shot on goal. Chris able to make the long clear all the way over into Oops' end. Because we've got a little bit of fight for possession there. Crazy Vulpix able just to stay in goal enough to keep Krisaka out of it. And Restoring Hope making the clear. Great pass to Vulpix there at midfield. As Vulpix trying to corral it, get the center for his team. Gets the center. Is anybody there to finish it off? They're not. Vulpix goes to get some more boost, trying to recenter, but can't quite do it. Southend taking a shot from midfield. Look at that. That's an open goal. Restoring Hope just whiffing on that shot attempt, and that was a great opportunity for Oops on there. They're going to regret that one later.
And a great clear and a nice setup from Rhea. Krisaka just gets dunked by Southend. Now Southend trying to dribble it past Liquid Sight. He's up in time. Vulpix throws it off the back wall. It falls, bounces, goes up high. Restoring Hope and Rhea both go for it and miss. Now it's going to come across the middle of the field. Southend gets a turn on it.
Oh, what a save from Liquid Sight. We don't see much of that from him, but when it happens, it looks really good. As Restoring Hope puts the ball into the corner of Overthrow. Krisaka trying to get the clear, but Southend dunking it back into their end. Reg and Southend fighting on that one. Restoring Hope taking a shot. Hits it wide right, putting it into the Overthrow corner. She centers it up for her team. Puts it off to Crazy Vulpix. Rayug doing his Rayug thing, making yet another clear for his team. Ball is at midfield as Crazy Vulpix trying to turn on it, bring it back into the Overthrow end. Puts it up off the wall, centers it for Rayuk, who can't quite take the shot. Vulpix! What happened there?
Well, he's trying to drive this up the wall. It comes falling, and he and Rayuk are both going to miss it. Krisaka takes it right off Vulpix's head and bounces it right over Southend.
Great field awareness there from Krisaka there, just bouncing off of Crazy Vulpix, who backflips it into his goal off.
Now Restoring Hope driving this one down the field into the corner. Chris is going to bring it up the wall, still chasing it, crosses the midline, goes for a nice aerial shot up the wall, almost gets the follow. McBoop, are you there?
McBoop,
did you see that?
I did see that, and that was one heck of a play from both sides, from both teams. But here we see Southend knocking the ball into the corner of Overthrow. Krisaka, who I'm going to emphasize throughout the rest of the match now. Tries to get the clear, can't quite do it. As Restoring Hope brings it back. Rhea clearing it off into Oops' end as Crazy Vulpix brings it back to midfield. Ball is now in Oops' corner.
Center's just high over the corner. Nobody's quite there. Now Rhea trying to put it back into the middle. It's a decent job. Oh, this is an opportunity if Chris can pinch it in. Goes just wide. Chris still following it, gets it over the top of Restoring Hope. It comes falling, and Crazy Vulpix is able to pop it up over Liquid Sight.
South End finishing the clear.
Field, trying to finish it with a shot from the Static. I reserve the right to switch our names at any point.
I don't even know what I was going to say next. Static with a great pass to himself and putting it into the goal for his team, tying this match up with 2 seconds to go. South End, what do you think needs to happen throughout the rest of this match for one team to pull ahead?
I think if each second passes is like a minute of real time, either team was going to have an opportunity to win this game. It does seem to be that is the case.
I'm going to say yes, and as we see South End take control at midfield, trying to get it past Liquid Side, can't quite do it. They pinch it and pop it up in the air. Crazy Vulpix tearing it up for his team. A great pinch off the corner there, but nobody's there to finish the job. As Restoring Hope steering it back up for her team, Rayug is there to make the clear and putting it into Oop's end. Chris trying to corral and get the center for his team. Can't quite do it, but Liquid Sight centers it up for Chris. South End there to clear the ball off to the side. We are still in Oop's end as we are finally seeing some rotations out of Overthrow, and they're looking a lot better here in this last minute or so.
Yeah, and just like that, though, the ball is back on their end. They're on the defensive. There's, an opportunity. A nice pop into the corner by Rhea.
Rhea clearing again, yeah.
Gonna leave Restoring Hope now on the attack. She gets it past Liquid Sight, but not able to get it past Chris. South End, though, kicking that back corner, keeping it in the zone. Rayug beats Restoring Hope, leaves it for Liquid Sight, who passes it back up. Rayug's going to be the next one to go for it, but Vulpix takes it off his head. Moving it down the field. It's high into the air near midfield. Restoring Hope sending it along, but nobody following. Liquid Sight changes direction. It's right back on the attack. We're tied, almost 30 seconds to go. 30 minutes, you might say.
I wouldn't say that. Although overtime could potentially be exactly that long. As South End tries to take a shot on goal. Can't quite get it past Overthrow there. And we are back at midfield as Rayug puts a shot on goal into Oops' end. Crazy Vulpix trying to bring it back into the other side. Hasn't quite done it yet. Hanging around at midfield. Trying to get it around all the Overthrow defenders. Gets the center. Can't quite get it past Chris on that one as we see the countdown from the great crowd here at Beckwith. Everybody watching these teams battle it out tonight. And I think we're going to see a game 1 overtime. Static, do you have any predictions?
I'm not sure I have a prediction. It's been a really close, a really hard-fought match so far. I'm just looking forward to seeing it.
A little bit of a cheat from Chris there, trying to get a shot on goal. And that was
right.
certainly quick.
That was really quick.
As Rayug Restoring Hope. What's that?
That seconds and minutes thing earlier after the second goal, you said we had 2 seconds left. So I'm sorry, I've been switching those two. Winner Overthrow.
Yes, they certainly won that game.
Chris Saka and the Merc get the MVP.
Chris Saka been merking it all season. Had some great booty shots in our last match. I really enjoy saying booty shots, so I hope he does it at least one more time tonight.
We're gonna have at least one more game to see if he can pull off the booty shot.
Oh, Liquid Sight mentioning the booty shots as well.
They were really fun to watch on Tuesday.
Yeah, they certainly were. And they've been fun to watch tonight. Close game in that one. I'm going to predict another game 3 out of this one, but maybe I shouldn't because I'm usually wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the stat lines. Everything's really well balanced. You know, there's nothing really stands out. There's, a little bit more in shots from Overthrow, a little bit more from saves for Oops, a little bit more goals for Overthrow, which ultimately made the difference. But it was a really fun match. We didn't have a whole lot of close ones on Tuesday.
No, we did not.
The first match started out close, and the rest of the night was people just it was a humdinger, man. They were ringing bells the rest of the night. We'll see if we get more close matches, or if one of these teams is able to figure out what's going on and just exploit it to their advantage.
Well, here's their opportunity to do so as Game 2 is underway. We see Rhea get the win on the kickoff there against South End as Chris trying to get another kickoff goal, but Crazy and Restoring Hope both there to keep the ball out of the way. As Liquid Sight takes control, pushing it into the Oops corner, trying to get the center. Crazy Vulpix getting it out of there. Making a little bit of a mistouch on that one, but pops it over all 3 overthrow defenders, trying to get into the corner, trying to get the center, can't quite get there.
It was a great dribble that gave him an opportunity. It's definitely a difficult one. He didn't quite connect to get the easy center, the easy shot, but beating all 3 defenders on a dribble is always enjoyable nonetheless.
Rayog and Liquid Sight both missing the clear on that, but Chris able to get it back into the other end of the field as Crazy Vulpix puts the ball back at midfield. Somebody from Oops trying to get control of it. It's going to be Crazy Vulpix trying to bounce it over everybody again, but Rayog isn't having any of it this time, clearing the ball back to midfield as Chris pushes it back over into Oops' end. And right as I say that, Crazy Vulpix putting it right into Overthrow's end, centering it up for his team. Liquid Sight trying to corral it, can't quite do it. Restoring Hope takes a shot, puts it off the backboard.
It was a ninja shot, man.
He was
going for that ninja goal.
He's very good at those ninja goals. As we see Chris trying to do a ninja goal of his own. Not the booty shot I'm looking for, but a very good shot from Chris on that. But somebody from Oops was there to make the save. As we're a minute and a half in, the ball is at midfield. I haven't seen much offense so far. A lot of balls going back and forth. A lot of clears, a lot of saves so far.
Yeah, it does feel like Oops has had the ball over on their offensive zone a bit more than they've been playing defense, but I could be wrong about that. That may be confirmation bias from it being there when I started speaking. But, I haven't seen either of these teams look like they've had a flaw yet. I haven't seen either of these teams look like they have an advantage yet. It's been very well balanced.
No, there's been a great rotation from both ends so far. South End tries to center it up for Restoring Hope, who is just a little bit out of position. As Crazy Vulpix get it past all 3 overthrow defenders. Can Oops finish this one off? They can't. Liquid Sight getting the clears. Restoring Hope centers it back up for her team. Ball is still on Overthrow's end. You got to think at some point Oops is going to be able to convert one of these shot attempts, right?
Yeah, but you can't fault them for missing that shot. They would have had to be playing a lot of people up, very aggressive offense, and a tie game about halfway through. You're not necessarily going to turn it on like that at that point. That's a safe way, I think. It was a good opportunity if somebody had been there. But if somebody had been there, they probably wouldn't have been where they should have been, given other circumstances. It's just a well-played series, I think, so far.
Yeah, definitely. We're 3 minutes in and still scoreless as the ball is once again on Overthrow's end. Restoring Hope taking a shot, pushing it off wide to the left, but she gets her rebound and puts it back to the center, but Chris is there to make the clear, and South End the only one back. Crazy Vulpix joining him. Chris getting it past one Oops defender, and oh wow, South End with the pass to Restoring Hope on that one to clear the ball back into Overthrow's end. Crazy Vulpix taking a shot. I think this stands a chance, but Rayug is there to get the save. Ball is at midfield, and Rayug gets the save and the clear on that one as he pushes it back into Oops' end, but South End is there to bring it back into Overthrow's end as he follows his own shot there, centering it up for his team. Rayug there once again. Just a wall in Overthrow's goal.
It's been insane so far today.
This is
Rayug again in the corner, trying to bring it across the middle. South End takes it from him. This ball is heading towards midfield, and looks like Restoring Hope and Kusaka are both going to miss.
Crazy Vulpix
Chris
trying to get there.
back.
Keeping the ball on Overthrow's end is Rayug again. This is one of those times where I wish Rocket League had clears readily available, because he's probably got 10 or 12 of them at this point. He has been all over the place on the defensive end for Overthrow tonight.
And this ball, he's moving it downfield. Goes to Restoring Hope, puts it towards the midline, but Liquid Sight takes over, gets it into the corner. Nobody's able to connect with it yet. South End sending it back the other way, heading towards the Overthrow zone. And it's going to be Restoring Hope with an opportunity. She goes just a little bit wide.
Oh, Chris had a wide open goal on that one.
got her
South
back.
End able to just beat him and keep it onto Overthrow's end as Crazy Vulpix looking to center it up for his team. Gets it there. Rayug again there to get the clear. So many clears from Rayug. As we see a shot attempt here from Chris. Crazy Vulpix there to make the save and the clear. The countdown has begun from all the fans here at Beckwith. We are scoreless as South End takes a shot on goal. It's Rayug. Of course it's Rayug. There to make the clear. And we are 0-0, 0-0-0 here into overtime. As Rayug takes a shot on goal for this one, and South End is there to make the save.
I think Overthrow would really like to lock this up now. They were on the defensive most of this match, I felt like, and they did a stand-up job of doing it. But
Crazy Vulpix
popping
popping it up, taking a shot, trying to get over everybody. He gets it! Beats both Liquid Sight and Rayug on that just fundamental, just popping it up to himself and getting the finish on this one. Wow.
Yeah, it's another one-goal game for Oops. This time they are the winners as opposed to the losers. That's going to send us to a game 3.
Man, I want to talk about that goal some more. That's stuff that I wish I could do more often. Just nothing too fancy, but just the fundamentals of just having ball control and getting it over just enough to get it past everybody and into the goal.
Yeah, if you're a player like me, it happens on accident every once in a while.
Yeah, every time I do it, I feel like a god.
Yeah, same here. And it probably even happens more often than when I try.
That's fair.
To say, you know, I go for it, miss maybe 75% of the time. I don't go for it, but can somehow pull it off an extra amount of time that I do not deserve. Liquid Sight getting harsh over there.
Yeah, but I think he's being harsh on himself.
Yeah, I mean, he threw up the goose eggs, but you know, it's a thing that happens, man. Those 4 stat points do not a good play for that game make. There's plenty of other things that are not reflected in that scoreboard.
Liquid Sight referencing the podcast and predicting a 9-month OT in this game 3. And let me tell you, after about 20 minutes, I'm gonna be out. I'm not gonna lie.
9 months is a bit long. I can't hang around.
It's gonna be we're gonna have an overtime baby at that point. As we see,
I have something to do in June, so I'm gonna have to.
you can just call the match while you're saying your vows. It'll be fun. As we see the ball dangerously in Oops end, but Overthrow not quite able to convert on that opportunity. As Chris centers it up for his team, but Southend is there to make the clear. Static, do you predict another 0-0 overtime?
Part of me thinks that's going to happen. These teams just played. They didn't seem to be playing conservatively. They didn't seem to be playing defensively. But the defense they did play was stellar. Both teams had their opportunities to attack, and just somebody was right where they needed to be every single time.
Rayug.
Yeah. Oh, this ball is heading towards the net.
That's in. A long goal from Chris Saka on that one, just taking advantage of all the Oops players being out of position.
And he gets the assist from Rayug, and not much you can do to stop that.
No, it's just all the Oops players out of position, not able to get back on that one. So we are 1-0 here in game 3, and we are not going to see a 0-0 overtime out of this one. But the 1-1 overtime is still possible. It's Crazy Vulpix trying to center it up for Southend, but Chris beats him to the ball. Centering it up for his team. Liquid Sight up in the air. Can't quite get a touch on that one, but followed the ball nicely as the camera followed him. And there's Rayug again to make the clear.
Earlier in the first game, I saw Krasaka sitting back there in the net, which surprised me given his offensive output that you listed earlier in the broadcast. And it seems like maybe he's given up that spot. Rayug.
I finally remembered Rayug was on his team and knows what he likes to do.
and he's been playing great back there.
I'll tell you what, we talk a lot about offensive combos here in BLS, but I think the underrated combo right now is going to be Chris and Rayug. Just the offensive and defensive force that each player is. I think that's going to be wow, it's Southend!
What a shot!
What an angle on that shot as he ties this matchup, or this game up rather, at 1 apiece, and we've got about 3 minutes left to go on that one. A great shot from Southend on that one, putting it right where the defender can't get to it.
Chris and Vulpix going for the opening kickoff. It's stalled over to the side. Rayug taking over, going up the wall, gets it past Restoring Hope, then loses control. Southend now driving it down the field. He's got one man to beat, tries to dribble past him, it gets kicked out, and it's going to be an opportunity that's just missed, and now everybody's chasing it back. Oops trying to get back in time to make the clear, and they do.
Restoring Hope
now
pushing the
moving
ball
down
upfield, trying to get the center forward team. Appears to do so. Gets it past Raya. Can't get it past Chris, though, as we are back into Oops' end of the field. Chris looking to get the center first team. Pops it up. Wow, finishes it himself. Getting it past not one, but two Oops defenders.
Dang!
En route to get the lead for his team. Wow.
That second touch, precise as you can get, just to redirect that to not go wide any longer.
I can't get over like what he can do with a Merc. Like I don't think I could do that with the hot. What is it called? Twin mill. I'm sorry, the twin mill. The twin mill. The south end up in the air with his twin mill.
Yeah.
Trying to put the ball in the goal, but Reg is there to make the save. He's restoring Hope. Centers the ball over. Oops, Crazy Vulpix rather taking a shot, but pushing it off wide to the left as he tries to get the center after the fact, but comes off the wall, not quite the way that he was anticipating. This is dangerous, but Southend is there to make the clear. Gets the dunk on Chris to keep the ball into Overthrow's end. Trying, no boost in a dream on that one, trying to keep the ball onto Overthrow's end. Can't quite do it, but Restoring Hope taking a shot, ended up centering it up for her team as Crazy Vulpix.
Oh, a touch there would have been huge.
Yes,
Southend was ready for that pass.
We are still on Overthrow's end.
Restoring Hope throws
It's
it
in!
Southend finishes.
Great
Tie game.
center from Restoring Hope on that one, and great field awareness from South End, having to beat two defenders on that one, and shifts his car over to the left along with the ball to keep with it to make sure that any dunks end up going off his car and into the goal. We are tied up with 90 seconds to go. Things are looking good for a third overtime this match.
Oh!
And as Southend had something else to say.
Doesn't quite finish though. Now the ball's at midfield. Vulpix taking it down into the corner. Saka bounces it back to midfield. Gets laid down, and it's going to be Rayug taking over. Driving it down the field, going for... Ooh, it looked like he was going for the goalie, but Vulpix is out of the way. Now Vulpix trying to clear that out. Chris lays it down. It's an open...
Oh, what a shot from Liquid Sight.
Slams it home.
Getting it right by two Oops defenders. Just getting it right over him. Yeah, Vulpix kind of merling there in goal on the rebound there. Unable to get a clear on that one. 62 seconds left here in this first match of the night. Oops, gonna need a goal quickly.
They are indeed. Southend's going to drive it down the field looking for that goal. Goes for a dribble. Good sight, redirects it into the corner. Vulpix gets a nice touch. Ooh, and Chris is able to beat the 50-50, restoring hope and get that moving down the field. Now Liquid Sight on the offense. Ooh, the dribble does not go, and it's a dangerous spot.
Oh.
Chris sending it back towards his own goal, but reliable Rayug is there. Now
Oh,
he's
so
attacking.
reliable Rayug. South in there, getting it past Rayug. Can't get it past Chris though. Oh, Crazy Vulpix with a nice little touch there to keep it on Overthrows in. Liquid Sight trying to corral it, getting it past two Oops players, but restoring hope there to keep it on the right side. South end with an excellent backflip to center it up for his team. Crazy Vulpix taking a shot, just has one to beat, gets it past Liquid Sight, and tying this game up with 8 seconds to go. Oops, not going down without a fight.
Nah, it's unfortunate. That I really don't think that should have gone in. Liquid Sight had a little bit too much forward momentum when he went up for his jump, wasn't able to correct for it, just goes a little bit past it. I'm sure he's kicking himself right now.
As we see a neutral kickoff, restoring hope, trying to get the win here in overtime. Can't quite do it, but the ball is still dangerously in Overthrow's end as Southend had an opportunity there, but lets the ball go as Liquid Sight takes control. And we are going into our third overtime of this match as Chris and Crazy go for the kickoff. Southend looking to get a quick one as he centers it up for his team eventually. No, he does not, but restoring hope does. Chris able to get the clear on that one. The ball is at midfield. Crazy Vulpix putting it back deep into Overthrow's end, into the corner. Rayug trying to get the clear. Can't quite do it. Crazy Vulpix centers it up for restoring hope and puts it in!
Ninja'd!
And the match goes
Wow.
2-1 in favor of Oops. What a great set of games out of these teams. 3 overtimes. I think that's a BLS first.
Was there an overtime in the first game?
There was.
Wow.
Wait, was there? Yeah, there was. Yeah, Chris won it in
You're right.
4 seconds, yeah.
No, I think that was the second one. Oh wait,
Chat,
you're right. My
chat,
bad.
remind us. I'm pretty sure there was an
Yeah.
overtime in all 3 games. Which, if it would, I'm pretty sure is a BLS Ferris, which might also be wrong. Just whatever. Games happened. They were good. They were good games.
Man, that was nuts.